But this is a story of how Groundhog lost his tail. Are you ready? Quietly raise your hand if you'd like to sleep for 3 months. Wouldn't that be nice? Parents usually raise their hand. Well, if you know groundhogs, you know they like to sleep all winter long. But when they wake up in the spring, they got one thing on their mind. Looking for something good to eat. Groundhog comes up out of his hole and he digs up a sweet, juicy root. He eats some green, tender shoots. He likes to eat the bark off of bushes and trees. Arr, arr, arr. How do you like to eat the bark off of bushes and trees? How do you like cinnamon? Cinnamon is bark off a tree. And yes, if you're listening, Groundhog was a vegetarian. But he wasn't the only one who was hungry. As he was wandering here and there, further and further away from the safety of his hole, he was paying so much attention to his food, he stopped paying attention to what was happening in the forest around him. And he wasn't the only one who was hungry. As he was digging up this sweet, out of nowhere came 7 wolves. 7 wolves surrounded him, and 7 wolves said, ha, 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 now we got ya. Now we're going to eat ya. Uh-oh. Groundhog was in big trouble. But don't worry. Groundhog's really smart. He knew if he tried to use his fist, that usually gets him into trouble. How many of you ever had your fist get you into trouble? You can admit it. Try your brain next time. This gets you out of trouble. Groundhog was smarter than that. He thought fast. He said, you caught me. You should go ahead and eat me. But before you eat me, why don't you say a little prayer for me? How do you say a prayer before you eat? Some people do, some people don't. Religious tolerance is what America's all about. But Groundhog knew something maybe you don't know. The Tsalagi or Cherokee, my ancestors, before we eat one kernel of corn, we sing and dance to honor the corn. It's called the green corn ceremony. And Groundhog knew something maybe you know. Wolves love to sing. Can you sing like a wolf all together one time? Ready? Oh. And Groundhog knew maybe something you know, maybe something you don't. Or maybe your parents remember. Wolves love to dance. You remember the movie Dancing with Wolves? Yeah, the secret's out. So Groundhog, who always keeps his drum handy, he said, I got an idea. Before you eat me, why don't you sing a little song? Why don't you do a little dance and then you can eat me? And the wolf said, yeah, I love to sing and dance. Work up an appetite and then you'll taste even better. Good, said Groundhog. I got it. And he made up a song. He said, I'll sing Hawaii-hi-you. And when I say you, I want all of you to imagine you're a wolf. Can you close your eyes for a moment? Imagine you have pointed ears and a bushy tail, big claws and fangs and fur. Imagine you're a wolf. Now open your eyes. Can you say hi-ya-goo-wee? But like a wolf, all together. Hi-ya-goo-wee. Good. I'll sing my part. When I say you, you sing your part. Let's practice. Ready? Hawaii-hi-you. Hi-ya-goo-wee. Good, said Groundhog. There's a song, and he made it up as he went along. He said, oh, I got it. Here's a dance. When I sing my part, I want you 7 wolves to make a circle around me. And I want you to do this dance. And I want you to dance away from me. Yeah, that's right. Far away from me. But when you sing your part, turn around and race back. First one back, you get to eat me. 7 wolves, we'll do it 7 times. First one back on the 7th time, you get to eat me. The wolves are thinking, yeah, I'll be the first one back. I get to eat them all myself. I won't have to share them with anybody else. That's what the wolves are thinking. Little do they know, Groundhog got a few tricks up his sleeve, even though he wasn't wearing any. He said, are you ready? Are you ready? Good, I'm glad you're ready. I'll sing my part, you sing yours. Hawaii-hi-you. Hi-ya-goo-wee. Hawaii-hi-you. Hi-ya-goo-wee. Maybe you noticed, but the wolves didn't notice. Every time Groundhog sang his part, he took a couple steps backwards. When the wolves weren't looking, when they were dancing away, he snuck closer and closer to his hole each time. Hawaii-hi-you. Hi-ya-goo-wee. Hawaii-hi-you. Hi-ya-goo-wee. Maybe you noticed, but the wolves didn't notice. Every time Groundhog sang, he sang a little longer and longer. So each time the wolves danced further and further away, and he could sneak closer and closer to his hole when the wolves weren't looking. Hawaii-hi-you, hi-ya-goo-wee. Hawaii-hi-you, hi-ya-goo-wee. Have you been counting? Raise some fingers. How many times? Have you been counting? Did I see the right fingers yet? 6 times. By the 7th time, Groundhog was standing right next to his hole. On the 7th time, he sang a long time. So the wolves danced far, far away, and all he had to do was step into his hole, and he was safe. On the 7th time, he sang, you, hi-ya-goo-wee. And Groundhog went, "Rah!" Just before he disappeared, his tail was still hanging out. Wolf grabbed the end of it. Oh, Groundhog pulled. Wolf pulled harder. Oh, Groundhog pulled. Snap. Oh. His tail broke off. I can see some of you are worried. But don't worry about Groundhog, no. He didn't mind losing a little bit of his tail if it meant that he kept his life. Which would you rather have? Hawaii-hi-you, hi-ya-goo-wee. Thank you.